You had some questions about how to play Winterstrife, and I think I can clear that up for you a bit. Your tuning, I had some hard time recalling the tuning from many years ago, but I'm glad you asked. It gave me a refresher on this song, and maybe I'll play it live again. Well, actually, I don't know if I ever played it live. I don't remember. B, A, B, F sharp, B, C sharp is your tuning, low to high, and open strummed chord. And you might have figured out some of this already from the tab that I sent, but that would look like or sound like this. I think that's accurate. Going into this part here, up the neck. Actually, just a strum to the second string, not to the first there on that last chord. It's just here, I'm holding the 5th and the 2nd fret here, and just on that chord. You might be able to hear that from the recording. But yeah, that's that beginning part. So that didn't give you very much of the song there. So here's the part that you might have been confused on. This next chord coming into here is just hammering on to the 2nd fret. And some of this stuff's going to be up the neck, so you need to realize that this is the guitar that I recorded the song in, and all the acoustic steel string Nechochwen stuff has been on this guitar from the beginning. This is an Alvarez Yairi FYM 95V is the model, and it's a 12th fret. So the 12th fret meets the body here. So it might look like I'm at the 14th fret, and I'm not. I'm at the 12th right here. So just be aware of that. So this next chord is going to hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. You can see the pattern I'm strumming in my right hand. I'm not using a pick on this, by the way. Okay, just hammers. Okay, now this tapping part is actually way more predictable than you might think. It's just you got to be in that tuning for it to be a predictable guitar pattern. Okay, I'm just going tapping with my middle finger on the 12th fret of the 3rd string, and using my middle finger here on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. We'll pull off the open string, which is quite buzzy right now, and doing a hammer here. Now I'm doing it on the next string, the 4th string, and now the 5th string, and then the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then back to the 4th. So like this. Okay, and then I take the first 2 of those, the 3rd and the 4th string. Now I come up to the 15th fret and do the same thing, but to the 15th and 12th. So it's like this. That's the first part, and then it goes back to the strum again. This part's probably a little easy or a little harder to figure out by ear. I'm going from the 7th fret, the 3rd string, to the 3rd, and the same on the next string. And then I'm skipping a pattern up here, and I'm going to the 10th and 7th, and then to the 8th and 5th, and then to the 12th and 8th. So it's like this. Let me do that a little slower. 7th to 3rd, 7th to 3rd. Lost my place already. 10th to 7th, 8th to 5th, 12th to 8th. Okay, so I'm going to put that whole thing together. Okay? So now, you'll notice the next time that's played through, it sounds a little different. That's because those two parts are stacked over top of each other. And they're not making a really great harmony. If you hear in there's like some major seconds and stuff there. There's like a little bit of tension in the harmony. But we like the way it sounded anyway. So I didn't, go through and make everything perfect. But they're two cool patterns. So what's going on there is you have one part doing this, and then over top of it the other guitar track is doing this at the same time. See what I mean? Okay, so after that, the thing that gets a little more confusing here, it's like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time. What is it? It's hard to pick it out. Well, here's what it is. One guitar track was doing this and just letting it ring out. Okay? And then, when it goes as long as it's supposed to, because the other parts are continuously tapping now. And what they do is they cycle through those different parts without a break in between. So one track is doing this. The other track over top of that is starting on this pattern down here and cycling through them. So they're like chasing each other, like a Bach fugue or something like that. This part's here, and it's chasing this, and they're going back and forth. So this part would go like this. Okay? That goes on for a while, and then it goes into this part, which takes the same chords, or this hammer-on, with the open strings, but instead of strumming it, I'm doing a tamburo with the thumb. I don't use the finger like a lot of the classical stuff. I'm using my thumb because it's a little more aggressive. Maybe with a little vibrato here. The other chord. It's the second fret of the fourth string and the third fret of the third string with the open strings. Back and forth. Into this, just like that in the beginning. Same chord, the 8th fret of the 6th string with my pinky and the 5th fret of the 5th string with my index. 7th fret of the 6th string to 5th fret and 2nd fret with my pinky and index on the 6th and 5th string. Back through that again, and then through another verse chorus section. And that just brings you to this part that's on that page 2 that I sent you, this little thing again, back into your chords. And this part at the end is just like a little variation on the beginning with hammers. Just a little trill there. And that ended up having a harmony and then an additional harmony on top. And then into this. I think those are the harmonies over top of that. Like I said, it's been about 12 years since I played this song. Good to play through this stuff again. I appreciate you asking about it because you know, it keeps it fresh in my mind too, and it makes me want to play it out somewhere again. So I hope this helps you. Feel free to ask any questions about it. This is just for the acoustic parts, of course. I honestly don't remember what tuning I was in. I must have been in B, like not a 7-string, but just dropping a 6-string down to like B standard. So that would be another story for another day, the electric parts in there. But I hope that helped out.